Hey YouTube, video. My name is PICKAXE, and welcome back to another Fortnite video. Today, I'll be giving you guys my full review of Fortnite Chapter 3, Season 3, Fortnite Vibin'. This season is finally coming to an end, and I'm sure this is a lot of people's favorite season of the chapter so far. And honestly, it's just kind of okay. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Don't watch the 30-minute in-depth review. It's just kind of an okay season. You guys just leave right now. I'm joking, honestly. If you guys want to stick around and just see me kind of just give you guys the nitpicks of the season, stick around. This is gonna be a long video. But yeah, honestly, this season was pretty cool. But now it's kind of okay. I just said that twice already. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, we do this every single season. At the end of the season, we have a battle pass. Actually, no, that's not new. We actually have ourselves a season review and a last game of Zed season, and usually the event stream as well. We have no event this season, which also is kind of okay. But yeah, this is gonna be the second to last video of the Fortnite season. Let's just get into it, boys. Let's get into the final video of Fortnite Chapter 3, Season 3 Vibin'. I hope you guys are ready. Let's get into the review. So the first thing we gotta talk about, obviously, is going to be the Battle Pass. And we're going to go in-depth with everything. As you guys know, my season reviews are super in-depth, and I give you guys my review on everything. Battle Pass this season is pretty good. So the first thing we're going to talk about is talk about Page 1. So Page 1 of the Battle Pass, you get the Eevee skin here, and honestly, Eevee is a pretty decent skin. She's not the best Tier 1 skin in the entire game, but she is still a really nice Tier 1 skin. I like the skin a lot. She has some good edit styles, as well as her set is actually pretty good. She's a nice zig pack. Her pickaxes are okay. Snap is also here, which we'll talk to them later. We talk about the customizable skins. Second page, you also get a really awesome wrap for Eevee. I think the Bounce 2 is a really cool wrap, and I want to see more wraps like this definitely in the future. It's really unique. Snap's backbling, I don't care for at all. I think it's bad. Yeah, most of basically Snap's set except for the actual skin itself is bad. I don't care about the pickaxe or the backbling. Eevee's first edit style is really good. The blown up emo is just fine. Here's Snap's glider, definitely like the set. And now let's talk about Adria, or Irida. I call her Adria. Adria is, like I said, probably my favorite skin in the Battle Pass. I definitely mentioned this, I also mentioned this in the upcoming video. I think Stormfarer is my #1 favorite, but this is my second favorite one, honestly. She's a really awesome skin, and she honestly has the best set in the entire Battle Pass. Her set is amazing. I love the pickaxe. The pickaxe is really, really cool. And it's also really matches a lot of stuff as well. The glider is 10 out of 10. This honestly is my favorite glider of the entire season. I know the Dragon Ball one was, but honestly, this is still my favorite glider of the entire season. It is so cool, man. I love this glider to death. The pickaxe has a built-in emote as well. So plant stance, it's okay. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. It's okay. Stormfarer is stuff on page 5 here, and Stormfarer, or at least this style for Stormfarer, I'm not a big fan of. You all know, I'm not a big fan of Stormfarer, the style here. I think it's kind of mid. His set, though, is okay, besides the backbling. I do like the backbling. Then we have Malik. Malik, once again, has a really awesome set. Actually, I feel like they really nailed the sets this season. I think the sets for this Battle Pass are really good, except for a couple of them. Like, I really like Malik's set. It's a great skin, great set, good wrap, great everything. The sword pickaxe is probably the best thing in the entire set. Stormfarer is here. We do have a TikTok in the Battle Pass. I don't really talk about them too much if I don't want to get copyright claim. Sabina, honestly, probably has, in my opinion... Oh, no, my Snap. She has the second worst set in the season. I think she's just okay with her set is. The skin itself is pretty good. And then, Music Pack, really good. This is a really good Music Pack. And then Darth Vader, our Team 100 skin. I know I kind of sped run through the entire Battle Pass, but listen, man. Darth Vader is an amazing Tier 100 skin. Listen, I get it, you shouldn't be Tier 100 skin, but this gets people to grind the game. I've seen plenty of videos online that are saying, like, people come back to Fortnite saying, they actually want to grind out this game to get Darth Vader. They say it's actually really cool to have these collab skins at 200, and honestly, I'm with them on that. I do think they should not put Mullah skins here, but maybe they change it up, like with the Demon collabs every single season for 200. I'll be down for it. I'll be down to get, like, I don't know, Doom's guy at Team 100. I would probably buy the entire Battle Pass, but yeah. Darth Vader has a really good set as well, besides the pickaxe, obviously. I think everybody knows that. Okay, Snap. Snap, I'm gonna give his own little segment here. Now, Snap is an interesting skin. I really like the skin. I think it's a really awesome idea on paper. I love the idea of building your own pack and figure. I was like, oh my god. When this was first leaked, if you all remember that video from back in late May, I talked about the Battle Pass leaks. I was extremely excited for the skin. I was like, oh my god, it's a customizable activator skin. It's probably the best skin in the game. That must be absolutely incredible. I mean, it's still a really good skin, but like, but now we have him. Now I'm just like, it's alright, I guess. I mean, the customizable parts are just all recolors. It's probably the biggest flaw with this whole thing here is that they're all recolors. None of these snap pieces are original. Besides the, let me find it, the burger head, the cuddle head, and the tomato head. Every other one is just a reskin. Every single one. They're all just the real colors, recolors. And it's honestly just really, really annoying, especially for the torso pieces, because, you know, nothing matches the torso pieces as well. It's another thing. The torso pieces feel really lackluster. Nothing really matches it. This skin is really hard to make actually clean-looking styles with that. It's really hard to make combos for. It's just not, in general, an amazing customizable skin. Listen, it's really sad for me to say, because like I said, I was extremely, and I mean extremely excited for the skin. This is my most anticipated skin about the season. I was so hyped for the skin. It just fell flat in its face because of how lazy the skin was done. I actually feel really bad for my boy Snap here. It's not a bad skin, it's worse, but it's not a bad skin. It's just that Epic are lazy with it. It's like worse. Honestly, I'm more upset with this than the Haven mask. And I'm being dazzled about that. Haven mask, I know they're just like really, really boring. At least, okay, never mind. Haven mask is the worst one, but it's just like, I knew they were gonna be bad, but for Snap, I thought it would be really, really good. But no, he's just like, okay, and it makes me upset. Bonus levels, I'll talk about the other styles here. All the other styles for the battle passes are good. Bonus rewards. The Platinum Rex edit styles only look good with Stormfarer and Adria. It actually to be a common trade. The super level styles only look good with these two skins in my opinion. I think Adria looks really good because she has the armor, and Stormfarer just looks really, really cool. Like, that is it. This is the only time these styles actually look good with these two skins. And that's kind of a bummer as well, because I feel like they could have made these skins maybe cooler, like heck, maybe if they were human and they had gold clothing, that would be cool, but no, they're all gold. It just looks weird. I think it looks the worst with Sabina. I think Sabina easily has the worst one. If she was human or had her gold clothing, it would be cool. Why can I not speak today? I don't know. I'm doing this review into one take, by the way. Okay, Indiana Jones, the secret skin of the season, is pretty good. Listen, I'm gonna be the biggest fan of Indiana Jones. I think it's a good enough film trilogy. It's a good franchise. I'm excited for the 5th movie. Everyone I'm hearing is really good. But honestly, the skin is kind of underwhelming. I know. Listen, I'm gonna get back to this, but honestly, I do not use the skin at all. I think it's an awesome collab skin. Don't be wrong, but I just never use Indiana Jones. I only use him like a couple times this season, which sucks as well because it's just an iconic character. But just like for me, it's like I have so many other skins that I just don't have the time to use them. Especially when like I said, Darth Vader's in the same battle pass. Like, who's better, Indiana Jones or Darth Vader? Which one I use more? I'm obviously pick Vader because I'm more of a Star Wars fan than Indiana Jones. But anyway, it's a good skin. I like it. And that's like our Fortnite crew for the entire season. This season's Fortnite crew skins are all bad. I don't think there's a single good Fortnite crew skin. There are not bad skins. There is all bad Fortnite crew skins. I really like Loveless. I think she's a good skin. Wolverine Zero is kind of lackluster, but it's a good skin. And then Fedora, whatever her name is, the goth chick, is just an okay skin. And then I guess you can, okay, if you can count Mecha Strike Commander in this season, I must think he's easily the best one we got this year. I don't have the original deck, I get it. Mecha Strike Commander is just a reskin of a skin, but I love that skin. I don't know why I love it so much. I do. You guys are like, oh, it's a reskin. I hate reskins. No, Mecha Strike Commander is really, really fucking cool, and the pickaxe is amazing as well. Okay, speaking of that, that'll be a great way to transition to our next subject, which will be cosmetics. Cosmetics this season, because I feel like I already spent 7 minutes on the battle pass already. Wow, that is a really long time. But anyway, the cosmetics this season are honestly, like I said before in the last video, they're honestly kind of lackluster. I don't really think the skins this season are all that incredible. I'll kind of scroll through the ones I have here personally, but don't get me wrong, there are some really good ones like Goku. Once again, I'll talk about the collab later. I already made a whole separate video. I want to definitely re-emphasize that this collab here saved the season. It bumped up the rating for the season just a little bit for me. And Snap, like we were talking about him, but like I said, this season's cosmetics are very lackluster. I think a party theme could have worked really well. Again, for example, we'll go to last season here. The Coachella skins, the Wilder skin, the Alto skin, And there's another Coachella skin. I don't even know where she is, but yes. Oh, the Lyric skin. Those three skins should have been pushed towards this season because they fit the party theme. These three skins would have been an amazing addition to the season. I think that the party theme does not work for this game. I'll get more into that as well when we get into the actual gameplay. It's just that the skins this season are extremely lackluster compared to last season. Compared to last season, we got Moon Knight, Prowler, Kenobi. The Battle Pass is way better. Mecha Strike Commander. Dude, Old Mega Knight was up last season. And Southpaw. And what? Like, there's just so many more better skins from last season this season. Don't get me wrong, this season we have some good skins, like I said. And I like Starfire. Goku solos all these skins right now. And Phantasm's also in a really amazing level up pack. And I have that style, I kind of want to bump him a little bit higher than my other video. Yes, you know, he's top 5 now. If I were to re-rank the video, it would be top 5 for him. Because he's really awesome. But, yeah. I just, like, this season's cosmetics are mid. Same thing with the pickaxes. The only actually... Okay, the pickaxes are kind of... No, they're only 2 good ones. They only have Light Blade, Stormbreaker, and then Dragonlance. Those are the only good pickaxes this season. Gliders... You got a couple good gliders this season. It's just, like, very lackluster cosmetics, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this team is cosmetics. This season, we actually got a lot of map changes here. We actually have... Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 brand new POIs. That is a lot for one season. So let's talk about them. So the first POI here is Shuffled Shrines. Shuffled Shrines came with the Indiana Jones skin. That update also came with the Charge from G, which I'll have a really nice chat about it in the next segment. But yeah, Shuffled Shrines is kind of okay to me. I was really excited when this POI first came. I was like, oh my god, the Temple POI I think looks really cool. And don't get me wrong, the POI itself looks really nice. Just the problem is I never land here. I never see anybody else land here after the Indiana Jones challenges, and I don't know, man. It's just kind of an okay POI. I do also like the whole hunt thing with the what's it called? I like the whole treasure hunt thing where you have to find the ruins, you go in there and get the relic. I think that looks fun. I think that's a really fun feature for this POI. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really save the POI for me. Shuffled Shrines gets a 6 out of 10. It's not a horrendously bad POI, it's just like kind of okay POI. Okay, let's talk about Lazy Lagoon. Lazy Lagoon is the next POI we're talking about here, and let me just quickly respawn and get over there, but yeah, Lazy Lagoon honestly kind of slaps. Lazy Lagoon is a POI that I personally really missed in this game. I thought it was like a POI that a lot of people missed because it was introduced way back in Chapter 1, Season 8, and honestly, it replaced Lazy Links. Lazy Links is also a really good POI, and out of nowhere, this POI came back this season. I was not expecting Lazy Lagoon to come back, especially since it was replacing Daily Bugle. Like, I knew the Daily Bugle was going to change into something else by the end of the season, but out of everything, I would not expect Lazy Lagoon. I thought it was getting the same treatment as all the other POIs. So, like, for example, Butter Barn is a neon version of it in the map, which is, by the way, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 Neo Butter Barn. Best POI this season, on God. No, 11 out of 10. Best POI in the game. Neon Butter Barn. I'm not joking about that either. Anyway, what's it called? Lazy Lagoon is really awesome. I really miss this POI from back to Chapter 1, and it just feels the exact same, besides just being a little bit, you know, clustered. This POI looks a little bit more clustered because of the volcano around it. Epic. Just play and get a volcano already. Like, we all know we're gonna get a volcano later in the season. Just make it a volcano, honestly. But yeah, it looks really nice, though. I do like the pirate ship in the middle. I do like everything with Lazy Lagoon. Like I said, it's Lazy Lagoon. It's from Chapter 1. I feel really nostalgic towards it. And honestly, just like Chapter 1, Sunny Steps is right next to it. Which, once again, makes it a really nice touch. I actually think they were teasing this since, like, early Chapter 1. No, early Chapter 3 of the season. You're like, oh, Lazy Lagoon's back. Yay. But, yeah, cannons are also back here. Honestly, forgot about cannons, though. Nobody likes cannons too much. I don't really like the cannons too much. But, yeah, honestly, Lazy Lagoon just makes me feel nostalgic in a good way. This is also coming back right in time for Fortnite's 5th birthday. That's a really big year for a video game, so expecting a really big Fortnite event. And honestly, this, I bet you, just started it off. Actually, this season was kind of felt like a nostalgia rush in a way. But, like, it was done really shit. It's like, honestly, I prefer Season X is the Salty Rush to this season. There's a hot take right there. But yeah, honestly, this season, not the season, this map change, Lazy Lagoon gets a solid 9 out of 10. I like Lazy Lagoon a lot. I'm really happy it's back in the game. Okay, now let's move on to the Shroom Biome. The Mushroom Biome, which includes Greasy Grove, with all Shroom-like and Reality Falls. Now, the Mushroom Biome was really cool when it first was added to the game. I think it had, actually, no, let's talk about Rave Cave. Rave Cave's right here. Okay, no, Logjam Junction. Okay, we're just shutting off on this side of the map. I apologize for that, but yeah. No, okay, let's try one on the Mushroom Biome. The Mushroom Biome itself is really cool, but kind of just got really boring later in the season. I think it's still a really nice biome, but honestly, I would actually kind of be, no, actually take that back. I would be kind of sad if they got rid of that biome next season. Just maybe tweak it up a little bit, maybe add another POI there, and yeah. Okay, Logjam Junction. This was our first POI that changed throughout the season, and honestly, it was a really cool change. I personally was a big fan of Logjam Junction, personally changing throughout the season. I think it was, honestly, Logjam is probably done the best out of all the changing POIs this season. All the constantly rotating every single match. This was the best one for me, and I think it follows a lot of people. I think Logjam sits really good on the map, and honestly, I like this POI a lot. I think Logjam Junction's cool. I love, especially with the final version of the Wild West one. The Wild West one's my favorite one out of all of them, by the way. And honestly, like I said, Logjam Junction is a really cool POI. I'm gonna give Logjam Junction a solid 8 out of 10. It's sort of the whole trend, and it's also still a really nice POI. Okay, now let's talk about Rave Cave. Okay, Rave Cave is probably the best POI this season. I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. But Rave Cave is just such a fun POI. There was a roller coaster there, Ballers over there, which honestly, also talk about Ballers and how they kind of fucked them up this season. But yeah, there's also a dance floor. There's also a lot of cool loot. It's just basically Command Cavern, but like actually really cool. And honestly, I'm hoping they don't. Honestly, I'm hoping they keep it for next season. I'm hoping maybe the other A change it next season, or B at least keep the roller coaster, man. Like, I know this season the vibing theme doesn't really fit too well, but at least the roller coaster, keep that. I think the roller coaster fit really well with this game. It felt wacky and zany, and honestly, I like Grave Cave a lot. We're gonna also, like I said, we're gonna ride the roller coaster one more time as well at the end of the video. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. No, I'll probably do my last game of the season, actually. Yeah, stay tuned for that, for the last game of the season, but the inside of the cave itself is just kind of interesting looking. You got, like, so you got the big dance floor, you got the confetti on the floor. It's just kind of like an interesting looking POI. I like this POI. Is it as good as Command Cavern? Probably not. I think Command Cavern is probably better than this POI, but Rave Cave is honestly just a really cool POI as well. Honestly, I landed here the most this season. Rave Cave is my most landed spot on the map, 100% this season. And I'm gonna give Rave Cave a solid 9 out of 10, like I said. 9 out of 10 for Rave Cave. Next up, right here, Reality Falls. Reality Falls is also kind of a nice POI. I think Reality Falls, once again, I like the theming of it. I like the reality tree. Honestly, reality tree is just a good thing. I think it's kind of cool that it kind of brought with us this, like, this whole, like, thing of all reality-changing POIs. That was cool, but it also got really boring fast. I'll talk about that later in my, Actually, no, this is the map changes. Reality-changing POIs. I thought they were all kind of just okay. It was really cool with Logjam, but then it started. It was the same thing every single time. And the only good ones were Butter Barn and Logjam, and also Lazy Lagoon. All the other ones were ass. I don't like any of the other ones. Let's move on. Reality Falls, cool POI. I like the big tree in the middle. I also like the secret cave where you find the hench at the beginning of the season. I thought that was really, really cool and creative. And honestly, Reality Falls is a cool POI. Hopefully it doesn't leave next season. I kind of feel like maybe something, I think something's gonna replace it next season. Like, maybe the tree's gonna get, like, uncorrupted or something, or get eaten by the chrome. But honestly, Reality Falls is still, like, a solid 8 out of 10 POI. I like this POI a lot, and yeah. Greasy Grove. I don't like it. I don't like it this season. I mean, so for you guys, I do not like it this season. I think it was fine last season, and the season before, but, like, destroying Greasy Grove again, come on, Epic. I mean, like, and this is, like, it's only mushrooms as well. This is, they just put mushrooms in Greasy Grove and call it a day. Like, I'm kind of a little bit sad that we saw Greasy Grove kind of get this harsh treatment. Like, listen, I know I'm Team Tomato Head, but Come on, Greasy didn't deserve this. But anyway, Greasy Grove gets like a solid, 7 out of 10. I don't like it this season. No, 6 out of 10. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm sorry, I can't like pretend I don't actually like this POI this season. I never landed here. Nobody really landed here this season. Let's move on to gameplay. Segment here, we have gameplay. It's gonna be weapons as well as vehicles and everything. So, let's talk about the grappler glove here, aka Spider-Man Mythic, aka whatever the fuck you want to call it. This thing is okay. The Spider-Man grappler glove is an item that I was really excited for when I got revealed. It's like, oh my god, we're getting a version of the Spider-Man Mythics back. But then you realize that it's nothing like the Mythics. Okay, it is very similar, but it's just way worse. It's only got 30 shots. It's a lot more slower, and it's like, just those two things combined. People are saying it needed a nerf for the, a buff for the entire season, and it never got a buff. This thing never got buffed for the entirety of the season. I still stand by. This thing needs a buff. 30 shots is way too little for a weapon. I think maybe 50 would have been the sweet spot, because it's not 80, but it's also not, 30. And it just doesn't feel as fun as a Spider-Man weapon. And I'll be honest with you, it doesn't feel that much fun using this weapon. I don't have fun, swinging around as much as I did back in Chapter 3 Season 1. I think it's just an okay item, honestly. The grappler glove was just kind of really lackluster as well. I feel this is like a really lackluster item to the game, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of it. The next weapon we had is the Ripsaw Launcher. To be honest with y'all, the Ripsaw Launcher, just like the Recycler, is really fun. I like that item. I think it's probably the most fun item of the season. But as well, the Ripsaw Launcher itself is kind of fucking useless if you're not, especially in zero build. It's good in just regular builds, just like how fast it destroys wood. But in zero build, that thing is useless. I would never pick it up in zero build, but it is still a really, really fun item. I think the Ripsaw Launcher is a fun item, and that's why I like it. The Firework Flare Gun as well is probably my favorite item to the season. Listen, I know it's a reskin flare gun, but the flare gun is one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. It just had like, it was America themed, there's always a firework flare gun. That made it even more cooler. I think the Firework Flare Gun is actually really cool, and I definitely will, hopefully it comes back next year, 4th of July. Okay, I'm gonna take a bit of a detour here. Now we're talking about, since I'm riding an animal, let's talk about animal riding. Animals are not useless anymore. They actually have a purpose. Animal riding is probably the best thing about the season, because like I said, is to make wolves and boars useless. Wolves and boars before the season were absolutely useless. They did nothing in terms of maintaining them. They did absolutely nothing. They're just there to be there. And now that we actually have a purpose for them, and they're actually really good as well. They're really good mobility items. I think they're honestly really, really fun. I like them a lot. I'm gonna give bull riding and like animal riding, it's a good feature. Probably best feature of the season, as well as the reality saplings. I don't really use the reality saplings too much, but hey, they're there, I guess. We like them a lot. I'm not really a big fan of them. I just too much work. It's like taking care of, like, I don't have time to take care of a plant. My seed is not even mythic right now. It's only legendary. I'm just like, I'm too lazy. I'm generally too lazy to use the reality saplings right now. Speaking of weapons, let's talk about weapons now. The loophole this season, besides the grappler glove, was good. I like the combat assault rifle being back in the game. I love this weapon, probably the best they are in the game, or at least one of my favorite ones. The Hammer AR. Hammer AR I did not like at the beginning of the season. I thought Hammer AR had way too much recoil at the first, the first day of the season had way too much recoil, but then they buffed it, and now it actually is a really, really good AR. I love the Hammer AR, and hopefully it's like hopefully it stays on both hit. I do like the Hammer AR a lot. The next one I'll talk about is going to be the two-shot shotgun here. Once again, I did not like the two-shot shotgun at all at the beginning of the season. I thought it was just way, way, way too slow. It didn't feel rewarding, right? It did not too much good damage, but thankfully it got fixed. Later on the season, we actually got ourselves a little bit of a buff with it. It shoots 2 times now. Actually, yeah, it shoots, no, I always shoot 2 times, so that's why I call it two-shot. I'm a dumbass, but it shoots a lot more faster now, and honestly, that was a change for the better. And the two-shot shotguns are actually now a viable pick for the game now. I obviously don't have the Dragon's Breath anymore, which kind of sucks, but yeah, I'm guessing I'm back to using the two-shot shotgun all the time. Because guess what? I'm going to say this right now. Prime shotgun is not very good. This is probably my most hot take of the entire season. I really do not like the Prime shotgun. I do not like the gimmick of it. I think it's good on paper, but I just don't like the gimmick. I just don't like how gimmicky it is. Because if you miss that first shot, you are fucked. That's the entire thing. If you miss that first shot, you just dead. You're just dead. It's just like that, because especially if it's somebody with the prime shotgun as well, they hit your first shot as well, right? You're dead. I do not like the prime shotgun. I think it's a really bad shotgun. Probably like, actually, it's probably like a bottom tier shotgun for me. I do not like the prime shotgun. I'm more of like a Ranger shotgun, heavy shotgun fan. You would think this thing looks close to the heavy shotgun. Why don't you like it? Well, it's because it's not the heavy shotgun. It is bad. Okay, a little bit ranting about the prime shotgun. It's mostly because I don't have good aim. That's probably, I'll say that. I don't have good aim, meaning that this shotgun is absolute dog shit. Same thing with the charged SMG. Oh my god, this is the worst one we got in a long time. I'm gonna use it real fast. The charged SMG is ass cheek. I don't think anybody likes this SMG at all. I never seen anybody call it the dragon in the game. Like, listen, the charged shotgun was good, okay? I'll give them that. But the charged SMG, it's just ass. Like, you can't, it's only good in one-on-one situations. If it's a 1v1 in solos, it is an amazing SMG. That is where it thrives its best as solos. But if you're playing squad and it's you versus an entire squad with charged SMG, there's no way you're winning that fight, because the charged SMG is just way too slow. And the charging factor, you have to charge it up to make it do damage. Now, once again, they did buff it. They gave it a lot more recoil, which is really, really good. Thank God they buffed the recoil on it, because oh my god, it was horrendous before with the recoil on it. But, yeah, charged SMG, and just honestly really not good. I don't like the weapon at all. I think it's really, really bad. And probably the worst gun we had in a hot minute, I'll be honest with y'all. DMR is also pretty good as well, like DMR, and that's really about it. I can't really think about anything else. Oh yeah, the capsule I just marked on the map. Now let's talk about Dragon Ball. Like I said earlier, Dragon Ball saved this season. I don't think anything else saved the season besides Dragon Ball, because we just came off of an awful, and I mean awful summer event. The summer event this season was horrendous. It was way too long. We got nothing. We got UFOs for 2 fucking days. 2 days of the UFOs. That really pissed me off. But yeah, honestly, Dragon Ball 2 mythics are really good. We got the Kiss Cloud here, the Nimbus Cloud. It's just, I know it's just a Leafito or Surfer Glider, but honestly, it's really awesome. I like the Nimbus Cloud a lot. I think it's really cool. It's great for mobility. I always have my pick. But then we have the Kami Hamama. This is the most fun item Fortnite has added in a hot minute. Now, I will say this for now, I feel like it got a little bit of a nerf, which to be fair is kind of understandable. This thing was really, really good. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because people don't know how to counter it now. But anyway, this weapon is honestly really, really good. There's a lot of damage. It just absolutely destroys builds. And it's just so much fun to use. Like, this Dragon Ball collab is so good. The Mythic is so much fun to use. I love this Mythic. It's probably my favorite Mythics in the entire game. This saved the season. This saved the season from being a... Okay, I'll just spoil it. It saved the season from being a 5 out of 10 to a new rating. This reason why I make this season a 5 out of 10. And what, I'm not fuck it. I'm just video's getting too long. I kind of already said what I want to say. Ballers, bad. I don't like Ballers this season. That's the kind of thing. And then, what else can I say about the season that I haven't already said? I don't like Coral Castle being back on the map. Okay, now let's move on to my final rating of the season. My final rating of the season. So, I did kind of hint it earlier, so my original rating was going to be a 5 out of 10 this season, and let me explain why. The map changes this season were good. The Battle Pass was good. The skins were mediocre, and that's really about it. Everything was mediocre. The whole reality changing thing was cool for about a week, and it's got really, really lazy. Ever since, let me think. Kondo Canyon sounded really, really lazy, because it's just like, it's the same thing. If they maybe spiced it up a little bit, it would have been cool. Butter Barn and Logjam Junction were the 2 coolest ones, because they're all different. But now instead of like, oh, we have, what's it called? We have these like really, really boring Rift Zone POIs. And I don't really like it too much. Another thing I definitely want to say about the season as well, for that also infected the final rating, was the gameplay. The season got super, super dry, especially during the summer update. The summer update was extremely mediocre. I did not like the summer update. It kind of ruined the entire season for me. They bolted the firework gun. That's the reason why the season's bad. Is they didn't unbolt the fire gun, right? The season would actually feel a lot more fun. Fire Week is probably the best week of the season, honestly. We had the Dragon's Breath Shotgun and the Flame Bow in the game. I had the most fun this season I had in Fortnite in a pretty long time. Like, the first, 2 months, I actually had a lot of fun in the game. But then they removed that. Okay, that's actually kind of a lie, because I really enjoyed Dragon Ball. But yeah, I know, honestly, like I said, the biggest saving grace this season was Dragon Ball. The weapons are mid, the skins are mid, the map changes were started off really good, they got mid, and honestly, the season is just mid. This chapter 3, season 3 is going to get a 6 out of 10 just because of Dragon Ball. That is it. I said 5 out of 10 before, I guess you can still stand. But yeah, that's it for the season review today. I know I've been ranting on a lot, like for about 30 minutes about a really mediocre season. I'm sorry about that. You know, I always have to make these videos at the end of the season, and yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did watch it, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for my last game of Chapter 3 Season 3. Thanks for watching.